Holy cow. We getting ready. I got money here. We call it lamp. It's lamp. You know what body is. It's lamp.
I think for Mike Tyson, he's going to be very frustrated. He will want to lay a shot on him to get rid of him, but unfortunately, you slow down. Father Time gets the better of us all.
The upcoming clash between Floyd Mayweather and Mike Tyson is generating huge anticipation, with both icons committing fully to their training routines. At 59 years old, Tyson continues to impress with his power and agility, demonstrating a level of focus and discipline that few can match.
You're good. You're in the perfect time, you're in the perfect place now. Whereas Mike put everything together. So mentally, physically, we're excited, man. Excited. If the fight was next Saturday, you will be ready for it. We talk about Roy was 4 years ago. Today, Mike is much better than he was when he fought.
At 48, Floyd Mayweather Jr. continues to push his limits in training, maintaining his signature speed, technique, and accuracy, while staying fully committed to disciplined preparation. Rafael Corderero, the man guiding Mike Tyson, highlights that even at 59, Tyson remains extraordinary, displaying remarkable sharpness and tackling rigorous training, sparring sessions, and every aspect of his regimen with outstanding power and concentration.
Strong. Mike's just different. I've worked with some very exceptional athletes throughout my life, and they're all remarkable in their own way, but Mike's just a whole different animal.
What we doing?
We'll do one more set. Get 12 reps. It's the heaviest we've gone on this. So just focus on perfect form for 12 reps.
233 today. Contact for 230.
12 is all we need.
I'm over at 225, 228.
Lean mean.
Big
Lean
chest.
mean.
1. There we go. 2, 3, 4. Good work. 8. 4 more. 9, 10. 2 more, Mike. 11 and 12.
Meanwhile, Floyd Mayweather Jr. has begun his preparations for the showdown with Mike Tyson, working the pads and demonstrating remarkable quickness and precision in his movements. Although the matchup has fans talking, it also faces scrutiny. Wade Plemons points out that it's disappointing to watch iconic fighters enter the ring at this stage in their careers purely for financial gain, describing the bout as an obvious cash-driven event.
exhibition ending thing, right? Where they both get their hands raised, no one gets touched, with any sort of violence or anything, and we leave going, yeah, that was super embarrassing. I just either wasted my money or wasted my time. But hey, good for Mike and Floyd that they got paid. You know what I mean? Like, they're asking us to watch a boxing match. We're going to go watch some sort of attempt to perform, but it won't be anything close to what we want. So yeah, man, I just think it's sad. I think it's embarrassing for Floyd mainly that he needs to keep doing this, and maybe a little bit for Mike. I feel more bad for Mike than anything. I feel a little bit more embarrassed for Floyd after flexing all that money for years and years to have to come back, and the tax man needs his 20 mil and the debt collectors need their 50 mil, and now he's in a lawsuit with Showtime because it's clearly becoming a financial issue with Floyd. That's an embarrassing thing for him, but maybe the same with Mike. It's just more sad. Like, you look at Mike like, damn, dude, this is what we have to do.
Former world champion Johnny Nelson offered his perspective on the upcoming exhibition between Floyd Mayweather Jr. and Mike Tyson. He examined the matchup's unique challenges, noting the noticeable contrasts in size and speed between the two fighters. Nelson questioned how these differences would be addressed and whether special regulations might come into play. He also expressed skepticism that any formal guidelines would be strictly enforced, suggesting that Mayweather is unlikely to stick to a fixed plan, while Tyson would probably respond in a similar instinct-driven manner.
This is an argument that's going to be held out in public.
How's this going to work, though? Because there's such a big disparity in size. As you said, there's going to be a huge difference in speed as well. Are there going to have to be some special rules in place for this fight?
Well, if there are rules, nobody's going to stick to them. I don't believe in a million years Floyd Mayweather is going to stick to any script that's been written in regards to this exhibition. And I don't think Mike will either. I don't think, if there's anything scripted, allegedly, they said with Mike and Jake Paul, I don't think whatever's written down, there's going to be anybody sticking to the rules, because this is beyond what we see on TV. This is beyond this is personal. These two guys worked together previously and still do probably.
He characterized the matchup as more personal than a standard exhibition, pointing to the history between the two fighters and the limited positive interactions he has witnessed. Nelson also considered the age element, noting that Tyson has previously faced much younger opponents, including Jake Paul, and highlighting the challenges of performing at a high level beyond peak athletic years. He emphasized that the blend of age, experience, and competitive drive makes this exhibition especially unpredictable and intense. Nelson's observations underscore the fight's distinctive nature, where legacy, past encounters, and individual skill all combine to create an event that balances spectacle, strategy, and sport.
Even though I think when it comes to a fan's favourite, I'm quite sure most of the fans would love to see Mike Tyson put Floyd in his place. And that's probably what will be the attraction as well. But you've got to remember, Mike Tyson's 59 years old. You've got to remember, Floyd Mayweather is still hitting the bag in the gym. He's still moving around, even though he's 48 years old. So you've got to remember that. So you're going to buy into it, no matter how disgusting you think this fight is, no matter what complaints you have about it, you're going to buy into it because you're going to see an argument played out in real life, real time.
Yeah, but can you understand, though, why a lot of fight fans don't want to see this? They don't want to see two guys who are past their best, two great champions, go out and fight each other and maybe tarnish their career in some way.
Completely. But you've got to remember, these guys are individuals, their fathers, their brothers or whatever, and they still want to earn a massive chunk of money. Where's Mike Tyson? Whatever they're getting.
Many commentators, including Wade Plemons, have suggested that Floyd Mayweather Jr.'s upcoming exhibition against Mike Tyson is driven more by financial incentives than by competitive ambition. Recently, Mayweather filed a significant lawsuit in California against Showtime Networks Incorporated and former Showtime Sports president Steven Espinoza, claiming they were involved in a long-term financial scheme that left a large portion of his career earnings unaccounted for. According to the court documents, Mayweather alleges that roughly $340 million from his fight purses, including major bouts with Manny Pacquiao and Conor McGregor, were redirected into accounts beyond his control, accompanied by confusing or incomplete records. The lawsuit includes allegations of breach of fiduciary duty, fraud, and unjust enrichment, seeking recovery of the missing funds along with punitive damages. Some analysts interpret both this legal struggle and Mayweather's continued participation in high-profile exhibitions as signs that monetary considerations, rather than sporting goals, are influencing his post-retirement choices.
No sense. It made no sense how he looked coming up to the Jake Paul fight. He had abs again, which was crazy at 58, turning 59, man. If I have a portion of that still left at that age, then fair play to him. But yeah, man, this is sad. I don't have really any other words other than just this is disappointing. It speaks to the real problem in single athlete sports and really all sports. If you're mismanaging your money, and listen, there's a lot of money in boxing right now. And there was a lot of money in boxing when Mike Tyson was great, and there was a lot of money in boxing when Floyd was great. But if you don't have the right people around you, if you have people you can't trust, and it shows how scummy this business has been for a very long time. The Don King robbery of Mike Tyson. Apparently, allegedly, Floyd is saying Showtime and Al Heyman have done the same to him. We'll see how true that is. But if you're out here mismanaging your money, or people are mismanaging and stealing your money.
At the same time, some observers take a more sympathetic view of exhibitions featuring veteran fighters. They point out that there is nothing wrong with seeking financial opportunities later in life, especially for athletes who have devoted their entire careers to the sport and earned the chance to benefit from their legacy. From this perspective, the matchup between icons like Mike Tyson and Floyd Mayweather Jr. is not seen as a sign of desperation, but rather as a sensible and legitimate method to generate substantial income, even long after their peak competitive years. Analysts highlight that maintaining a long career in sports comes with challenges, including declining physical abilities and the need to manage financial security following retirement.
Let them get their money. They're going to make a lot of money. Mike Tyson makes the money to give to his kids. Floyd makes the money to show us, right? Let them make their money. Why not? It's the exhibition style. They got history. They don't like each other. They are two of the biggest imposing figures in boxing history. Mike Tyson, Floyd Mayweather, and Muhammad Ali. Right? So they gonna make a lot of money. A lot of people gonna tune in and they gonna watch it. They don't like each other. So even though it's an exhibition style, you best believe it's not gonna count against their actual record, but it's a real fight. And Mike Tyson is not going to hold back no punches like he did with Jake Paul. And Floyd Mayweather ain't going to hold back no punches.
By taking part in high-profile exhibition bouts, fighters can turn their reputation, experience, and lasting abilities into substantial earnings while continuing to connect with fans and remain active in the sport. This approach underscores respect for personal decisions and career planning, framing financial gain through exhibitions as a strategic and forward-thinking choice rather than a sign of vulnerability or need. For many, these events represent both a tribute to lasting talent and a practical recognition of the challenges athletes encounter later in life.
Against Mike Tyson. You could believe that. This is going to be a real fight. Once it's exhibition style, so it won't count against their box rec, and it's not sanctioned by a commission or any of that or that. But you best believe they're going to want to. So they're going to make a lot of money, and it's going to be entertaining because they don't like each other. There's bad blood. They're going to let them fly, and neither one of them wants to go home saying they lost to the other one. Mike Tyson has been, making passes at he wanted to hit Floyd at the WBC convention. Remember that famous epic moment where he walks up past Floyd and he's receiving his belt and he just flinches at Floyd and Floyd don't budge. You're just looking at him, right? Mike Tyson always say he a scared little man walking around with all the security. They don't like each other. It's bad blood. So
Joe Rogan shared his thoughts on the upcoming exhibition between Mike Tyson and Floyd Mayweather Jr., highlighting the unusual dynamic between the two fighters. He observed that their relationship is far from friendly and suggested that both are likely to aim for a knockout, adding an element of intensity and unpredictability. Rogan described the matchup as unusual, noting that it appears motivated more by financial incentives than by competitive ambition. At this point in their careers, he views the fight as largely a money-driven event rather than an effort to build legacy or showcase athletic achievement. According to Rogan, the bout is a blend of rivalry, strategy, and entertainment, with monetary gains serving as the primary driver rather than traditional sporting goals.
It's kind of, I mean,
It's weird.
I don't want Jake to assume that they're not. It's not like a real scrap. It's
So-
not real.
Really? So they're not trying to knock each other out?
No.
Well, Mike Tyson and Floyd Mayweather don't like each other. They have not liked each other forever.
Tyson and Mayweather.
Yes.
But they like
Mike
money.
Tyson and Mayweather don't like each other. If there's a fight that might be real, like where Mike Tyson might say, I'm going to knock this motherfucker out, or I'm going to try to knock this motherfucker out.
Floyd? They wouldn't fight.
Yeah, because if you look at like the Jake Paul fight,
They're
no
fighting.
disrespect. And if you look at the Roy Jones fight, no disrespect.
Yeah.
They look like they were sparring,
Yeah.
right? It looked like there was agreements made.
Yeah.
He's still in shape. He's
Yeah,
still
They're
fit.
both old as
Old as
This is the boxing.
How old is Mayweather?
67.
Dude, Bernard
49?
Hopkins was
49.
still at the best in the world at 50.
Yep.
I mean, that's
Yep.
incredible.
That doesn't mean shit, though.
mean?
With this. Because he was
Kentucky's got-
active fighting contenders.
Yeah.
Kentucky's
You're talking
got
about
Gomez
retired
on the
guys.
ground.
You're talking about two retired guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fighting the
that's
exhibition.
so
It's just
weird.
money grabs.
It's so weird,
Yeah, it is weird. It's money grabs. I don't like it, but it's fun. You know, it's something to watch.
I'll hate on it, but I'll tune in.
Yeah, I'll tune in. It's but it's not really fight.
Tony Jeff offered his breakdown of the upcoming exhibition between Mike Tyson and Floyd Mayweather Jr., drawing comparisons to Tyson's previous matchup with Jake Paul. He explained that ahead of the Tyson-Paul fight, there was doubt about whether Tyson still possessed the power and skill to achieve a knockout. Tyson's rigorous training and public statements about his intentions gave both fans and analysts confidence in his abilities. Jeff contrasts this with Mayweather's style, noting that throughout his career, Mayweather has strategically selected his moments to strike, often waiting for opponents to reveal vulnerabilities before making his move.
Said when Mike Tyson fought Jake Paul, that was the same. But back then, we didn't know what was going to happen with that fight because it was like, has Mike Tyson still got a little bit to be able to knock out Jake Paul? And we didn't know what to expect because Mike was putting work in the build-up to that fight, talking about how he's going to destroy Jake Paul. So we kind of believed that. But now, Money Mayweather is doing what he's done throughout his full career. He's waited for the guy to box and then see what they're like, and then it's like, oh yeah, I'll be able to beat him. I mean, remember when Floyd fought Manny Pacquiao? Like, he waited until Manny got knocked spark out from Marquez, and then he was like, yeah, now's my time to fight him. I just don't believe that Floyd would have fought Mike Tyson if Mike Tyson didn't fight Jake Paul. But Floyd seen that Mike Tyson couldn't hardly walk to the ring. When he got to the ring, he couldn't move around. Jake Paul was running circles around him. And that being said, I'm a huge Mike Tyson fan, like huge, but we see what Floyd's doing here. He's like,
He pointed to Mayweather's approach when he chose to face Manny Pacquiao only after Pacquiao had suffered a significant defeat to Juan Manuel Marquez. Jeffer suggests that Mayweather probably would not have accepted a fight with Tyson if he hadn't observed Tyson struggling against Jake Paul, who was able to move freely while Tyson seemed restricted. He highlights that the two fighters are motivated by different priorities. Tyson is mainly focused on financial gain, whereas Mayweather is taking advantage of a chance to earn millions, a strategy he has consistently
for people
employed
like me,
throughout his
and you
career.
if you're a fighter. But for someone like Floyd Mayweather, Mike Tyson, they were earned absolutely millions of dollars for like me and you if you're a fighter. So we've got to make as much money as we can while we can, and then get out of the sport. But with these two, they're multi-millionaires. And I want to get into the tail of the tape and talk about exactly the records and all of that stuff with it. But first, I just want to say, like, I believe that these are doing this for different things. Mike Tyson is doing it purely for the money. Purely for the money. Floyd is doing it for the money as well. But also, I believe Floyd's doing it for that limelight. They've seen the numbers that Mike Tyson, Jake Paul got, and I think this is the most viewed fight of all time, Mike Tyson, Jake Paul. I might be wrong in saying that, but I'm sure it was. It was hosted on Netflix, and Floyd's been one in the past with his ego that he wants to just, be in that limelight.
One of the most notable features of the upcoming exhibition between Mike Tyson and Floyd Mayweather Jr. is the age of the fighters. Tyson, at 59, and Mayweather, at 48, present a considerable age difference. prompting questions about their stamina, agility, and overall physical readiness.
Seem to be, though, is less so a fight promotion and more so rights holders. They hold the global rights to HBO World Championship Boxing and a number of other Comcast events. Basically, their business is they lease out the rights for footage to old fights to different networks or entities. So it is a bit weird to see them involved in a fight which I would have to assume the cost would be close to 9 figures to stage. It's just honestly puzzling, but seeing there's apparently more information about broadcast partnerships to come, I guess we'll see soon who else is involved. But bottom line, why is this happening?
Both fighters have stayed remarkably fit, with Tyson still showing strength and durability, and Mayweather maintaining his trademark speed and technical precision. However, it's evident that neither is at the peak condition they once enjoyed. This matchup is unusual, a rare instance where two legendary athletes, well beyond their prime, step into the ring together. Experts point out that age not only impacts their physical performance, but also shapes the overall strategy, making experience, pacing, and tactical decisions especially important. The fight highlights lasting skill, while also reminding fans of the natural limitations that come with age. In many ways, the bout between Mike Tyson and Floyd Mayweather Jr. is as much about spectacle as it is about competition. Both legends are clearly putting in the work and training, but differences in age, size, and speed, combined with the financial motivations behind the fight, make it unpredictable and symbolic rather than a standard sporting contest. Critics view it as a payday, while supporters see it as a fair reward for decades of dedication. Regardless, fans can expect moments of brilliance, flashes of old-school skill, and plenty of surprises throughout the event.
Tyson's last outing with Paul has set the groundwork to show just how big an exhibition fight can truly be. Now, exhibitions are a thing we've seen throughout the history of boxing. It's nothing new. Even the great Ali ended up in odd exhibitions for big paydays. Yet what Paul Tyson showed is you can take a fighter like Tyson, who doesn't have much left to give, and whip up a promotion to make the public believe he's back in his prime, and as a result do some of the biggest numbers seen in the last decade. The quality of the fight itself doesn't matter because, hey, you're already watching. And at a guess, that's exactly what they're going to try to do here. In the press release, they didn't really talk about how great of a fight it's going to be, rather how robust their promotional campaign will be, with weekly premium storytelling, which of course probably will do numbers. And they didn't just choose Tyson and Mayweather because they're two massive names.
That wraps up today's video. Make sure to stay tuned for what's coming next.